Welcome to another episode of Good Dunning. My name is Josh. Also used to be known as Mr. Floyd. As you can see, I'm in a different kind of outfit here, and it's going to be a shorter show. I have an appointment at 11, which is 45 minutes away. But grateful. And Tina Disberry's in. Welcome. I'm grateful, and hopefully I didn't mispronounce that. Desi Barzan. There we go. It's hard to read because there's a glare from my glasses to the screen. But welcome, grateful to see you guys here, and we'll see who else piles in here. And thank you guys for being here. No, it's just one of us. Thank you guys for being here, but grateful. I keep on plodding on, right? That's all we can do. One day and one moment at a time, right, guys? But thankful, and then we'll give a few moments. Let's see if anybody else piles in here, and we'll take it from there. Hi there. Hot dang. Look at me. I know, right? All right. So I guess it's just you and me for now. And that's great, Tina. Grateful. So, here's the deal. Nothing's going to, because this is me, right? And no matter about anything else. So we're keeping on the good dawning here. Nothing's stopping that. Amanda, welcome. And but there's going to be some shifts here. As of the 17th here, and granted, I've got another appointment today, but as of now, as of the 17th, we are fully employed. So the show's time will change, as I'll be working from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. But thank you. Yeah, I know. I always look like pretty just sweatshirt and just like mountain man, right, out here. But no, favor. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have obviously I have an appointment this morning, so it's easier, especially since I'm gonna have to end the show early. Get dressed. I'm already half dressed. Not my pants. In a house with a cat and dog, you don't put on black pants ever until you're about to leave the house, right? Lesson learned on that one. Thank you. Karma, hi, how are you? Beautiful soul. Favor. How are you doing? Grateful to see you. Scotty boy! Thank you, guys. Okay, couple of things. So who's the lucky employer? I don't want to state names. For the moment, but so a couple of things. Let's do some show stuff here, and then we'll kind of go on with the actual good dawning here. But thank you, Amaya. Hi, how are you, Amaya? Well, all of you guys are here. Thank you. Making my morning, making my dawning, right, guys? Thank you. All right, so there's a couple of big shifts going on. First off, the Discord. Just a few days ago, and I didn't get the memo, decided that since they were going to lose about 70% of their subscribers per emails and just average, they were guessing. We're going to keep the Discord going. They stopped the idea of running everything through AI and scanning your eyes and the whole 9 yards, because the backlash was tremendous. But that's good. That's the best thing you could ever hear for humanity, right? Because if Discord had to back down because they were going to go out of business, then humanity can stand up, is showing that it's going to stand up for itself when AI and technology starts to clamp down. Maybe we'll actually have a chance of standing up for ourselves. So grateful that humanity stood up, and Discord got 100,000 plus emails and said, what the heck are you going to do with my account? And so they left it alone. And Discord still stands. A couple other things. As of now, guys, grateful for all of you here. As of the 17th of this month, trabajo, we have work. Grateful. So the shift is real. And I'm going to explain a few things, or go over a few things that happened over the past few days to kind of walk you into this here. But, and I'm going to post a video or two as well. And I forget the guy's last name. There's a guy who I found on YouTube, found me. Have you guys ever recognized, right, that when you go on YouTube, right, and your algorithm, but sometimes the algorithm will show you somebody you've never seen before. And then all of a sudden you start getting things that you hear things like you've never heard it before. And then things come in like they've never happened before, right? And so, exactly. So, found the guy on YouTube, David. I forgot his last name, but I will be posting some of his videos on the channel page, right? And so what we found is that, the shift, it's real. And if you shift inside yourself, which I have, from the lack to the excitement of finding a job, which I have, yesterday I got five, went from nothing to 5 possibilities. So I'm grateful beyond all words. And shifting inside ourselves is what What's David's last name there, Karma? Can you put that in the chat, or if you want to tag his channel, that would be blessed. David, Karma watches him. Horses Trigger Hope, she watches the same channel here. But so yeah, so there's been some big changes as of the 17th. The show will still be continuing, but I'm gonna have to get my Hillary Duff out of bed if I want to keep doing Good Dawning, right? Lindsay, hi from Ohio, beautiful soul. And yeah, have you gone to the original Wendy's or Jen's Ice Cream? You got to go to Jen's Ice Cream if you're in Columbus, or I will have to come out and haunt you, right? Because there's no place like Jen's Ice Cream in. But yeah, thanks, Karma, and to you, awesome. But yeah, so as of the 17th, the show will be. It's going to be weird, guys, but I mean, I could go at 7, but there's already somebody goes live, and a lot of you guys may watch her. And otherwise, but and it's a little gets to be a little late if you got to be working at 9. You don't want to crush it, right? So we're gonna be going live. Get this, guys, at 6:30 my time. So that's East Coast would be 9:30. I know it's 8:30. Central would be 7:30. My time is 6. Scotty Boy would be 5:30 in the morning. But in order to keep Good Dawning going, unless we do it in good afternoon or good evening, because there won't be an afternoon when you're working, right? So yeah, so there we go, guys. So the shift happened, and grateful, and it's happening. I still have a couple other appointments. Better 2 hands in the bush and have choices than just one, right? And so we have other opportunities we're going to pursue today. Even though it's snowing, right? I got to drive through the snow. It's the first time it snowed in like a month. And it's snowing. So we got to drive to Boulder after this. So yeah, that's why we're going to be ending a little early. But so yeah, so the positive things, guys. And I am grateful that you are all here and sticking through this. And eventually the background here will change. And yeah, it won't be very long, guys. We're moving forward, thankfully. And to get this, guys, my first management position at that. So not only did we find a job, right? We found the best job I've ever found. The highest paying, greatest job I have ever found. As far as like position wise, I'm not like just a customer. I'm a manager of 15 people underneath me. I can't believe it. So yeah, so I've been listening to How to Win Friends and Influence People. I've been watching books on first watching stuff on management. So I'm listening to the book How to Win Friends and so yeah, so shifts, right? Big shifts, guys. And so yeah, you got to Scotty Boy. Hopefully you can make it, but yeah, so the big shifts have to occur, right? And I can't keep sitting in a friend's basement. That's not going to work. But I'm grateful. But yeah, for the first time ever, I'm excited. Really, this shift is kind of insane because I'm excited for my universe. I've never been and that'll be so much fun, Lindsay. So let's see what's going on in the chat, guys. Thank you, Scotty Boy. David's family is having a family reunion tomorrow. Oh, how awesome, Lindsay! You get to that is awesome. And favor, have fun. We know your facts. So yeah, be grateful that yeah, take the energy, Lindsay. I totally. That's awesome. Chat, please be respectful. Yippee. Oh, wait, what's going on? Okay. Yippee. Yahoo. Josh, you deserve. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, guys. Truly. So we will still be here. Nothing's going to change. Good Dawning will still be here. I will not be able to be attending most of your lives unless I'm at lunch. Most of your lives during any lives during the day per se anymore, since I'll be working 9 to 6. But yeah, we will still continue with Good Dawning. I will watch what I can and rewind and replays and such. And of course, we will still be posting the channelings as well from Good Dawning as separate videos. Who knows? Because that's what I've been wanting to do all along. And finally, YouTube gave me the ability to download my videos. I guess there's a break point with subs or whatever. But oh, there we go. There's David. Thank you, Karma. Thank you. David's channel. Pin that. All right, so that's David Bear. There we go. Thank you. And I forgot his last name. But yeah, sometimes, and it is a little Bible-based, but only just enough to make you smack you in the head. I'm not a Bible person. I've never even read the Bible. But nonetheless, and it's only just the right quotes. But I don't know what it is. You can hear the same thing 50,000 times, and I have. I've been watching YouTube. I don't know how many Joe Dispenza videos have I heard. How many people have I watched talk about Dr. Joe Dispenza and what to do and how not to do it and this and that. It took David, and I don't. Generally, you got to be at the right vibration for things to click. But it took David to. And there's the channel right there. You guys want to make a change, and I'm talking about the change. There's changes, right? But once you clear the trauma, and you're sitting there in empty space, but you're still in trauma reactions. Watch David. You'll drop. I've dropped, and any of the trauma patterns are pretty much gone. I'm kind of getting, it's like boring. There's no flare-ups or anything. Nothing exciting. You know what? It kind of gets boring, but it's good. Fatima, horses, Scotty, and Grace. Guys, thank you all. So yeah, check out David's channel. It's changed my universe. I'm actually going to reach out to him on, I guess Instagram is probably the best way. I don't have his email, and to see if I can get a hold of him and possibly have him on the channel at some point. Because yeah, just like that, you can make a shift, and it's inside yourself. The whole shift is inside yourself, and once you start to see that your energy is innately connected to the vibration of the toroidal field, the earth. Boom, just like that. David Bear, thank you. Teaches from experience. Yeah. And I didn't know that Karma, hers is Trigger Hope, but watches him either. But yeah, she does. And there's a few others out there who do. And it's really changed my universe. So I'm only going to recommend what's truly given me shifted my universe and 100%. I mean, it's amazing. I made it just in time for such an amazing announcement. Thank you guys. So yeah, so Good Dawning as of the 17th will be at 6:30 Central Mountain Time, 7:30, 8:30, or 5:30, depending on where you live, Central, East Coast, or West Coast. Yeah, we're gonna have to ground down and actually get to some sort of like pattern, normal life, right? Grateful. So like a bedtime. Oh my God, I'm gonna actually have a bedtime. I haven't had a bedtime, like a stable. Like I go to bed and like real instead of just like fall asleep when I'm tired. Grateful guys. So yeah, so let's do some energy work here, and thank you. We're gonna work with the bells real quick just to clear the energies or center the energies. Hey, I didn't miss, right? And I gotta get my coffee out of the way here, but you don't want to spray Florida water in your coffee, do you? So okay, so here, Grandma's house. Here we go, guys. You may not see it, but it's the intent is there, and so yeah, Florida water. You too can smell like Grandma's house. But yeah, cleansing the energies, right? All right. Anyone else feeling the fogginess and heaviness and sensations with the fog and thicker to breathe? It has been. It's the air in the greater source field has been heavy. We all know what's going on, and it's only spiraling. So, in many different angles, right? This is welcome to the apocalypse, and the meaning of the apocalypse means bringing darkness or light to the darkness, right? And so we've got the one side here, and then we've got what's going on over there, right? And so what's going on in the States is one thing, and it's spinning up, and I guess they released more papers, and then on the other side, that's spinning up too, and so welcome guys to the new Earth, right? But those of us who are here are standing in that energy, right, creating our own universes. Regardless, the shift is inside yourself. The new Earth comes from inside you. It's how you see and how you stand on this planet. That might be the channeling for today. All right, so okay, just who's got the dry throat? I've got a dry throat too. It's been kind of just the energy in general has just been really. It's thick, foggy, and rainy. Yes, rain here. It sucks. I'm needing lots of rest, breathing, and grounding. Favor. All right, it's warm here, warmer than it used to be. Yeah, the weather here. We actually had snow. We haven't had. It's been in the 60s for like weeks, right? 50s, 60s. Couple of days in the 40s, but generally it's been springy, right? Today we got snow. Of course, I hate driving it, but the roads are generally clear because it's been so warm, but it's just kind of funny to think about it. We actually got snow for a change. I hear that I was undecided about the fog. I like the fresh air. It's a bit heavy today, fighting the funk. All right, so let's do some energy work here. Let's call on our guides and angels and what they're not. The show will probably end about 10 minutes early, 10 minutes to the top of the hour. This is going to take me about 45 minutes to get there, plus getting getting ready, right? But yeah, fortunately, I don't need to wear a tie based on the type of appointment I have. But I had ties anyways. It was freezing in Chicago now. Today, maybe 70s. Oh, wow. So you're in Chicago. I didn't know. My dad's in Chicago, Anna. Buffalo Grove, to be exact. Right off Lake Cook Road. There's a Dundee. 60s in Ohio. There you go. All right, so let's call in our guides. Let's call in our angels and the like. And thank you all. Grateful. All right. So from your end and from mine, of course, if you want to join me here, we call on our guides. We call on all of our angels. We call on our ancestors. We call on the ascended masters we work with. We call on all the cryptids, and animal spirits that we work with. We call on all of the energy beings that do work with us in love and peace. We call on Isis and thank Isis for a pyramid of protection today. Thank you. Hi, Amanda. We call on Saint Germain and thank you for the violet flame. And we call on Archangel Raphael. Thank him for the healing energies today as we go forth. We thank our guides and angels and whatnot for protection, and our ancestors and spirit animals for protection, for love, for guidance, and for the highest, our highest love and joy. With that, we say hallelujah and seal it off. Poof. All right, thank you. All right, and so from there, we will do our breath work as well. So we'll call in, release our. I need all of my positive entities. Absolutely, we all do. And a lot of us don't, well, we don't hear, but even me, wasn't calling them in on the daily. I was never calling them in, generally speaking, except in trauma space, right? Or in a case of emergency, break glass, right? That's the highest angelic word is hallelujah. And I don't like to say the word amen because I don't want to give anything. There is a connection quite possibly to Amen Ra about stealing energies. So yes, I don't want to give anything to Amen Ra. And so I don't know where amen came from otherwise. Yeah, so hallelujah is the angelic word for like the highest light, right? And so that's what I like to use. But when they hear it, but yeah, so from our end, then let's go ahead and do our breath work. Then we'll cut the cards here with Kuan Yin and actually with Isis and Kuan Yin. All right. So if you want to join me, what we're going to do is release our nervous system. We're going to go from a sympathetic to a parasympathetic state. We're going to release for today. We do this multiple times. I do it 3 times at least a day. And it's kept me pretty steady Eddie. And I don't know. I'm just grateful. And after 30 days, they say the release generally sticks if you continue to do it. Hey, how you doing, PG? Grateful to see you, beautiful soul. What's going on, brother? Yeah, I got your message there and translated it because I don't know French. But thank you. I appreciate you and have taken that to heart. Thank you, PG. But yeah, so let's do some breath work here. And so if you want to join me, first breath we'll be releasing our trauma. I see myself throwing my trauma out like a trash bag into a trash can, into a dumpster, right? Second one is your favorite place, your happy place, right? Mine is Maho Beach and St. Martin. And then yours, third one is we see ourselves safe, right? And we tell ourselves we are safe and we see ourselves in safety. PG is sent on the Discord. He sent a message on my Discord. He posted a picture, but it was in French. Well, he does live in Montreal, so the part of the picture, so I had to translate it. But since I don't know French, but yeah, it was easy. And nowadays, it's easy to do that, right? It did it right there on the picture, translated itself essentially. But yeah, now I noticed though, if you go into Google for your Gmail, right, it actually now gives you an AI overview. If you have a stack of mail, it'll give you an AI. It's like it doesn't stop, right? The AI doesn't stop. There's an AI overview now, so you don't have to read your emails. You can just read the overview of your email. It's kind of crazy, but it'll stack them. Like if you have like a conversation thread. Weird. All right, guys. So join me and breathe in with me. So breathe in, and as you breathe out, release your trauma. That's me throwing the trash into the dumpster, right? The trauma, trash bag full of trauma into the dumpster because I don't need to carry it around anymore, right? Second breath, breathe in. Hold it. As you release, your happy place. Third breath, breathe in. And as you release, again, you are safe. Hopefully you kind of feel like a bowl of jello. It should release your parasympathetic state into a sympathetic nervous state. And you should be nice and relaxed, hopefully. But it does the trick for me. But deep in, you speak American. So you got the American. But yeah, but you still go like with the O's and stuff. A boat, right? So you gotta say out. So about. So if you want to be American, you can't say a boat. You gotta say ow, like ouch, like about, ow. you got to pronounce your O's like you're saying ouch, right? And then you're all good. But yeah, otherwise it's like when you hear somebody, they say I have a Chicago accent. Where in Chicago are you, Anna? But yeah, since my dad's, like I said, my dad is in BG, Buffalo Grove, which is Chicagoland. But Chicagoland's about as big as about as big as Rhode Island. So Delaware, actually, it's probably about as big as Delaware or bigger. But they say near. Oh, okay, Oak Park, Elmo Park. Okay, cool. How awesome! If I once I get, I'll. But I have to visit my dad at some point. So there we go. So who knows? Who knows, Anna? Harlem and Grand. All right, there we go. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. I know exactly, kind of, not exactly, but I kind of know where that is. Beautiful. All right, so yeah, so how are we doing? Let's get some cards going here. Isis is coming through, and let's see what we got from Isis here. Wheaton, Maryland, or Wheaton, Illinois. I was born in Wheaton, Maryland. All right, so let's see what we got from Goddess Isis here. Let's try to shuffle it over here. A little French, we have to take it all through grade school, but the basics doesn't make us fluent. Most of us just have basic French if we don't have French blood. Mind you, I actually do have that, though, but you do have French blood. All right. So the card from Isis is the Dark Mysteries. Enter the chambers of the Dark Goddess. This one fell out on us, so we got to find it in the book here. So QRS. The Dark Mysteries. We're going to get past the 15 temples first. The Dark Mysteries. There we go. All right. The Dark Mysteries entering the... Hi, Hershey. Welcome, beautiful soul. Entering the chamber of the Dark Goddess. The Dark Goddess calls you to her inner chamber where she holds a test and a gift for you. The test is your willingness to meet and release fears within that have been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her call for time for deeper initiation? Your time for deeper initiation is here. So are you going to accept Isis's call to release your fears? That's the question. If you watch some of David's stuff, he could possibly help you. It's a lot of our fears, a lot of our patterns that keep us spinning. And as we're sitting in that fearful, that same patterned energy, it's not going to shift out, right? All right, so Isis. Let's see what we got from Kuan Yin. Divine Grace, right? Here we go. Mo, good morning, beautiful soul. Thank you. Thank you, yeah. Yeah, exactly. We've got another appointment today, 2 more appointments, and then we'll have 4 opportunities to choose from, although the one that I took already, just got to finish the background check, but always better to have multiple hands, birds in the nest, than possibilities, right? So it actually starts on the 17th now instead of the 24th. So yeah, I'm crazy. Next week, 2 weeks. All right, let's see what we got from Kuan Yin. I got to cover this, guys. Sorry. All right, there we go. Kuan Yin and her tube top. This is, yeah, let's give Kuan Yin a tube top, right? That's Kuan Yin's tube top right there. Kind of looks like a tube top. My finger, right? So Kuan Yin's wearing a tube top, and we're going to chop off her head, right? Call of the Dancing Crane. The dancing crane moves through waters and muddy marsh with elegance and grace. Sometimes the waters of our emotional life can become stagnant and will benefit from healing movement. Grace and beauty of the dancing crane. The grace and beauty of the dancing crane. The call of the dancing crane is a reminder that the sound can be healing too. Explore movement, sound, and beauty to help you heal and release emotions and become radiant and free. So yeah, so what are you doing to release emotions? Kuan Yin is asking you to dance, to use sound and movement. So there you go. Not what I was expecting today, but who knows? Somebody needed to hear that, right? Feeding my dog, getting ready to start my workday. Awesome. Have a fantastic workday. May your day be productive, awesome, loving, and amazing. Right? Mo. All right, so this is the Mind Info Oracle cards. They're just kind of basic and inexpensive on the Amazon. The A to Z. And Yeah. Favor. All right, so let's see what we got here. We're going to give it a quick shuffleophagus here and see what comes out. Not snuffleophagus, shuffleophagus, right? But nobody's shuffleophagus never existed, right? It's just it's technically in Big Bird's imagination until he wasn't. All these cards keep falling out. We got like 5 of them here. Healing, step back. All right, let's see what we got here. So we're gonna use these. All right, so they fell out, so we're gonna grab them. 4 cards. We use 4 cards. So here we go. All right, first card is healing. There you go with the Hemsa, right? Or high five if you know high five, right? High five. That's their symbol. But your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You are going through many transformations at once. You are being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. There we go. So are you receiving the healing that you need? Grateful. The shift, the healing. Step back. Are you being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective? So step back, Jack. And when you are too close to a situation, it could be hard to make a decision. Stand out, span out, and view your life from a distance so you can get a better perspective as needed. Like the mountains here, right? And if you're driving down 36 and you look up, you're literally right in front of the mountains. You will only see what's in front of you. If you get on the 287 and you look at the mountains, you got a couple miles between you and the mountains. You can see all the entire mountain range. You can see all the way to Wyoming, all the way down to Pikes Peak, which is 150 miles. If it's a clear day, you literally can see that far. The entire Rocky Mountain range, well, the front of it, all the way down till it hits Pikes Peak. There's more past it, but you can't see that because Pikes Peak is too big. It takes up the entire southern. Like when you're driving south, it takes up the entire skyline, pretty much. Patience. Have patience. Patience. It's a virtue, right? You see the balance there, right? As well. So they're telling you to have heart and patience for your, patience within yourself and balance the patience, right? You are being asked to participate in patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you are strong, and there are reasons why things aren't aligning in the way you have wanted them at this moment. Have patience. It'll eventually all work out. Well, it has. So what hasn't been aligning in your universe that's working out? And lighten up. That's definitely the one for sure. So lighten up. You're being asked to remember that life doesn't always have to be so serious. There you go, PG. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it's not always easy to be here on Earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, have fun. It is so important for you. There we go. So where are you needing to lighten up? I know I've been taking a lot of this way too seriously, and it's not that serious. It all works out in the end, and it has. But there you go, PG. Validation. PG got his validation. Favor. That was couldn't go any better. That was fire. All right, so let's see what we've got. What am I looking for? Numbers, right? All right, so on the bottom we have number 9. I flipped the deck out, and then number 9 fell out. Take action. Initiate courage, initiative, courage, determination, opportunity, and universal support. But we're going to cut the deck here. Number 44, the angels have your back. There you go. We'll just put that down. But it's going to tell you something different. But 44 on Sacred Scribes is the angels. You're supported by the angels, right? So if you're going to do something, and I've seen this many times, right? You're going to do something, it may be hard, it may be difficult. You may have to state something. 44 shows up, right? The angels, you're looking at the clock, it's 4:44. Like, all right, thank you. You got my back. But that's what it means. And the angels do have your back all the time, right? Courage, initiative, creativity, planning, realism, and boldness. Take a risk is what they're stating. But if you take a risk, then what? The angels will what? Have your back. So there you go. Now is the time to take action on tasks that require initiative, creativity, risk taking. Get organized and make plans with realistic expectations of success rather than waiting for things to change on their own. And that's kind of where we're at, right? Making that, you have to make the change yourself. The change, generally, nobody's going to come, wow. You can create change from the couch to an extent, as good Dunning. And other things, I have created a few things from the couch, right? But generally speaking, if you're trying to create from the couch, you can create, but you're going to be limited on what you create. But yeah, all of this was created sitting on my Hillary Duff, right? All right, and finally the crystal card, Fatima. Good Dunning, beautiful soul. There we go. It falls out on its own. Rainbow obsidian. So we're being asked to heal our hearts today. That's gorgeous rainbow obsidian too. There we go. So heal your heart, and through the action that I'm taking, right? Through creating a universe. Honestly, healing, the healing comes in phases, right? Here we go. We're going to do a channeling here. All right, who's coming through? Mother Goddess Isis here, and we are talking about healing your wounds today, right? Isis wants to come through and talk to you about taking action in healing wounds and how the two are coming together in the layers of healing that you have. How your first layers of healing have no action. Your first layers of healing, the mother wounds, the father wounds, the wounds that make up who you think you are. Those are the wounds, right? You don't think you are human. You don't think you are source. You are feeling that you are your wounds. Mother Isis does not appreciate when you are walking around feeling as if you are your wounds, when we know, and you should know, but you do not know, that you are all infinite source love, that you are the energy of everything, and that you have the ability to create your universe in any which way possible. When you are sitting in those wounds, you cannot see the forest from the trees. You cannot see the pyramids in the dust storm, so to speak, right? And you are walking in circles because the dust storm blocks your vision, and you are walking in circles. You think you are going forward, but you end up going backwards. Mother Isis wants you to learn and understand to heal those wounds, the layers of healing, right? So when you are starting off in your healing journey, do not have any expectations on much, right? When you are healing for the first layer, you are just removing the first levels of trauma. You are not going to see much movement in your universe, but the movements that you are starting at first will be inside yourself. Mother Isis wants you to understand that the mother wound, the father wound, all the wounds that you have been carrying since childhood are sitting deep inside your soul, deep inside of you. They are carried in your DNA. You're not going to see movement on your outer universe until you start to rearrange what is going on in the universe inside of you. So once you start rearranging whom and what you feel, whom and what you are inside of you, that is when you will start to see the miracles occur outside of yourself, right? Mother Isis wants you to understand that there are many layers to your recovery, towards your growth, and towards your peeling away like the onion, right? We again do not call this any ascension because you are not rising anywhere. You are rising within yourself, and this is only about yourself, right? You are not ascending past anybody else or being a bigger or better vibration. What you are doing is recognizing your vibration, recognizing who you are as the source love of your universe, and recognizing where you stand inside yourself, right? That is the thing that we are talking about today. So you are recognizing who you are. You are recognizing where you stand. And you are recognizing how you are feeling one step at a time. As you begin to clear your traumas, as you begin to clear the dramas, and when we say clear, we mean, first off, you have to recognize that you are carrying these things. We all have suitcases inside us that we don't know what is in, right? What is in the suitcase. So when you finally sit down to unpack your suitcase, right? The energies of what you've been carrying around, the traumas that you have been living through and experiencing your universe through. When you decide, Mother Isis wants you to understand that when you decide to unpack that is when the change starts to occur, right? But when you unpack that, you will not see anything, but you will begin to feel first, right? This is a feeling universe, and the first things that change is how you feel inside yourself before you will see a change in the outside universe. So keep in mind, Mother Isis wants you to understand that the first layer is just really getting your breath, right? When you are crying and sad and living and have been living in all of that for so long that you cannot see the forest through the trees otherwise, right? That as the first healing layer comes in, you are just really going to be recognizing your traumas themselves. It takes time. It takes many, many, many layers of healing to get to where you need and want to be, right? You have to go through feeling and hear. You have to go through first. You have to go through hearing yourself and feeling that you have these things inside you, right? Then you have to go and recognize the traumas, right? And then from there, once you recognize the traumas, then you will attach the trauma. You'll see where they came from to an extent, right? You will be able to understand what they might have come from. And as you start to clear, that's the thing. The traumas begin to clear, you become a new individual, a new human. These things are attached to our DNA, right? So you are running like magnetic tape, right? And the DNA is the operating system of your body, right? So if you are an understanding, you are clearing the operating system. You're giving like you are updating your phone, right? You are updating the operating system on your Google or Android or Apple phone, right? You are updating the operating system of yourself. So Mother Isis wants you to understand that you are changing with each and every revelation. You are changing nonetheless with each and every time you realize, and you release the traumatized, right? That this wound is that, or this happened because of that, or I'm feeling this from that, right? And as those things release, then you are moved into a creative space. But it takes time for that to release. And once you are able to see that they have released, right? It's about shifting your energetics. And the channel that was posted there is a very good channel that explains how to shift those energetics, right? Because once you are realizing that you are standing in the trauma, and you are realizing that the trauma is basically from your mama or your papa and what have you, right? And that these things are not standing in your frame anymore, and you cry through them. Because all the traumas are things that have happened for you, not to you, to allow you to see who you are, right? But most of us have not dropped our traumas. Most of us are carrying that energy 30, 40, 50 years later. We have not released the pain, right? So we stand in that spin cycle of hell because we are creating that universe from 50 years ago that no longer applies to us. It is no longer part of our frame, as we are standing in a whole nother space, in a whole nother time, in a whole nother universe, right? So it is our job to release those things first, right? As they come through and make themselves known, it is your job, right, to integrate that, feeling it, right, to understand that you are no longer there and that this is not part of your current universe. As time progresses, Mother Isis wants you to understand, as time progresses, you will not have to feel and cry it out as much, right? Recognition will be your ignition, right? So when you can recognize your problems, right, your traumas, where you are deficient in your universe, where you have been living in a spin cycle, and where you have been creating from trauma, right? The patterns that you have been creating from that have not been working in your universe. When you can realize that, Mother Isis will then state with fact, right, that it will be then at that point where you are at the delineation point, right? Once you recognize your traumas and dramas and the like, you are at a delineation point, a point where you have to make a choice, right? A choice point. Do you continue to stand in the spin cycle of your hellacious universe? Do you continue to stand in the energies that have created nothing for you? Do you continue to stand in the energies that have left you in trauma and pain and whatnot, right? Do you continue to stand in those energies that have caused crying and what the like for you? Or do you release? Do you start to see yourself in a higher light? Do you allow yourself to cry it out right there, right? If you feel those energies and they come up and you are in understanding of what you are feeling and you are finally getting to that center, like the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop, right? The Tootsie Pop. When you are 1, 2, 3 licks in a bite, right? But nonetheless, if you are taking 1, 2, 3 licks in a bite into your universe, and you are seeing for yourself that you have been standing in a whirlwind of childhood trauma, right? And that you are not creating your universe, and it is up to you to release that trauma, right? To stand in it and to allow it to start to come out of your frame, to see that you are not that trauma, and to see where you stand today. And if you are needing help with that, there are plenty of channels and such to do so, like the one below. But what we are getting at as well is it is your job, right, to recognize that trauma. Once you have recognized it and you are standing in it, then you are at a delineation point where you can choose to release it, right? Or carry it as part of who you are. A lot of us carry our traumas around because that is what we identify with as ourselves. If we are not throwing adult temper tantrums every 20 minutes, getting angry at the drivers in front of us and generally being pissed off at the universe, then who are we, right? If we are sad and depressed and feeling like Charlie Brown and everything kicks us in the ass and why me and where is it and what's going on, that is a hard pattern to break because that is an emotional crutch. It's kind of like Linus's blanket, right? If you are carrying that energy of Charlie Brown, there's no difference between that energy for Charlie Brown and Linus's blanket that he is carrying around, right? Linus is using the blanket as his soothing, and you are using the woe is me as yours, right? You don't know any better. But once you realize you are standing in those energies, Mother Isis wants you to understand, right? It is your job then to clear the wounds, to heal yourself, right? To step through it, to realize Not through your traumatized, because your traumatized are clear, right? You are realizing that you are standing, you have been looking through your universe, through the eyes, through the layer of trauma, right? When you are doing so, you are seeing things as negative and sad and not worthy and not working. Once you start to realize all of that, then it is your job to wake up to the fact that you are not in that anymore, to stand in the current now, right? And if you are still being affected by it, and it is your job to work through it, right? However that is for you, be it psychological therapy, right? We always recommend Jungian, not how is your mother? Tell me about your mother, Sigmund Freud, right? You could spend your universe sitting around talking to somebody with talking about Freudian psychology, but if you are doing Carl Jung, he knew what was going on. Find a Jungian psychologist. If you are trapped, right? If you are feeling it is spinning in you and you cannot release it. Releasing is different for everybody. There's no one specific way to release your traumas other than to realize, again, through your realize, not to traumatize where you are standing, what you are doing, to cry it out, and then maybe to reconcile inside yourself, right? That you are not there now. And if you are still standing in a traumatic space, then you are still in that pattern. You have carried it all the way across, right? Hopefully you are not as an adult, right? You are just feeling the sadness of the broken child with is inside you, right? That is the point. Once you can start to heal that and tell yourself, inside yourself, I've got you. I've got myself. We've got this. We can do this. We are going to accomplish this. No worries. We are moving forward. I am taking me with me, right? All of these things. When you can start to do that for yourself, then you will see you will start to move forward. But it takes time. Recognition takes time, right? How many of you are sitting there just crying it out night after night, right? Your channeler did that for multiple years. Every night for many years. Crying it out. 3 at least, right? Crying it out every night. Trying to figure it out. Finally, it started to break through all the emptiness, all the sadness, all the disappointments and such and lack that he had been carrying for 50 plus years, right? And so what are you carrying? What have you been carrying for 30, 40, 50 years that you don't even know, right? As you start to cry it out, it'll come into frame. You'll start to see where you are missing, what you are feeling you are missing, what you are feeling is lack inside you. And all of that is just based on programming, right? Or things that have happened to you, traumatic events. And if you've had a traumatic event that has happened to you, they'll take you to go, you're going this way, and all of a sudden, bam! The traumatic event happens and your universe goes like that, right? Mother Isis wants you to understand that it's not your fault. These things do occur for your highest good sometimes. And even if you are universe, you end up slipping 50 years of your universe until you wake up into what has happened. And you can finally stand back on top of your universe, right? Instead of your universe swallowing you up, which happens to a lot of you. Keep that in mind. A lot of you have your universe will swallow you up and you get lost, right? In the soup. Are you understanding? Mother Isis wants you to know, right? So we are going to release, as your channel here has appointments and things to do shortly. So what we are going to state is this. As you go through your universe today, right? If you are feeling out of whack in any form or fashion, if you're starting to feel darkness, depression, sadness, and what have you. We got you. Karen Suki, we are grateful to see you here. Whoa, I got detained. We were hoping you are not getting detained. Were you detained or were you taken under arrest, right? Am I being detained? You are always going to ask that of an officer if they are hanging you around. Are you detaining me or am I free to go, right? Don't ever let an officer hang out for 30 minutes at a traffic stop, right? When you have 10 minutes gone by, ask them, are you detaining me, right? Because at that point, if they are not, they have to let you go. So don't ever let them take up your time. You are not being detained. Grateful. We are grateful you are here. The chemical that is in shrimp makes flamingo, super pink. There you go. Grateful. But so if you are, Mother Isis wants you to understand, if you are out in your universe today, right, and you start to feel sad, what is going on? Is it the circumstances of the your universe, right? Is it what you are seeing, or is it what you are feeling, or is it a combination of both? Is this triggering something? These are the things that Mother Isis wants you to start to do, to look at, and to see as you go through it. This will all come in play here, but right now, the first layers, right? What layer are you on? And the first layers are just recognizing the trauma. Once you get past those layers, then it's recognizing what's blocking you from moving our universe and then creating the movement forward. But that's all tied to your traumas. We could go on, but for now, that will do. Mother Isis loves you. Love yourselves. Mother Isis offers anybody watching this a pyramid of light protection. If you are watching this channeling, Mother Isis wants you to reach out to her. You have enough trauma and drama. We will help you to clear and block the energies from others. Call in Mother Isis and ask for the pyramid of light protection to be placed over yourself. Allow for the healing. And when you are starting to feel discombobulated in any form or fashion, stop. Put the brakes into your universe and look around and see what's going on inside yourself. Do not just drive your car on. Stop the car. Get out of the car and look inside yourself for a moment. Releasing transmission. Loving you. All right, so Mother Energy. Mother Isis wanting to see the layers and start to recognize just a moment when you go, whoa, I don't feel right. Out of discombobulation. How you doing, Karen? Yes, please do your protection rituals. It's really important these days. No fear. Yeah, Mother Isis is asking, she's kind of like, if you want to heal, then you're welcome to my pyramid of protection. Because otherwise, you're going to be walking around. And we offer it, and you can take it or not, but it's up to you. But yes, the energies in the greater source field right now are haywire. And the haywireness is only just favor. It's not just beginning, but we're not going to see it anymore haywire-ish, but yeah, we know where we stand. Right? The shift, not only my shift, your shift, the universal shift, right? The big shift, the really big shift. All right, guys, what time we got here? 46. So we're going to have to end this in a couple of minutes. What we're going to do right now is we're going to do an invocation for the weekend, right? Clear some energies and get set for the weekend because we want to make grand intentions. Then we will utilize the quartz to grant those intentions for the weekend into the quartz. Then we'll close out with a group hug. All right, guys. But yeah, so as of next week, everything's the same. Once we reach, I think, the following week, which is the 17th, then Good Dawning will switch to 6:30 a.m. And I won't be much lives during the day, except when I'm on break and such. Say hi's. I will go into, of course, lots of channels and say hi, and I'll leave messages and comments and such. But I'm watching the rewinds. But yeah, guys, the big shift, the really big shoe is there we go, guys, and it happens. But grateful. Daniel Morph. Josh used to be on earlier, close to dawn. Yeah, I've had a couple of different times there, Daniel. So yeah, 9 o'clock right now. This is the time that seems to work the best. There is somebody that goes. I would have done 7 because there'd be plenty of time to get to work. Give me an hour. But there, we know who goes live at 7. So I don't want to run over Terry there because a lot of you guys, some of you guys watch Terry, and that's not. I don't want to cause. Not that we care about what, but at the same time, I mean, take care of myself. But yeah, so we'll go a half an hour early there, and so at least that'll give me time to get my day together for work and such as well. But yeah, so 6:30 a.m. I'm in Mountain Time, so that'll be 8:30 East Coast, 7:30 Central, and 5:30 on. I don't know if it's favor Scotty on the porch crew there, but favor. Good God, I know it's early, but it'll make it a true good dawning though, right? And it'll cause me to do what? Not go to bed at 3 a.m. and just go to sleep when I pass out, but actually get a good bedtime going. Good God, I'm going to have to center up even more. That's why once you start centering up, the universe gives you more and more ways to what? Center up. It's kind of crazy that way, right? Back to, I'm going to have to, Karen. There's no other way. If I'm working, right, I am in Longmont. I'm working in Longmont, but I'm just down the street in Berthoud. But I mean, I could go at 7, but then we have somebody big that goes at 7. I go 7:30, but then I'm crushing the time, and I don't want to just do a half an hour good dawning because that doesn't work. Not very well. I'll run it over all the time. So yeah, so 6:30 is about the best time. That way it gives me time. If I do run over, it still gives me 20 minutes, half an hour, plus 20 minutes to get to work. So, and then 10 minutes to be there early. So yeah, thank you, Scott. Oh, Scotty boy, thank you. But I certainly understand if you guys can't be here. That's early. It's early for me too, but a change of 1,000 shifts includes things that are uncomfortable because it's what I got to do. But yeah, I thought about doing good evening but I can't guarantee if I'll be home any night. You know, I'm open to whatever the universe wants to provide. So in that aspect, now I could do good like 11 o'clock every night, but I don't know if that's gonna work. Like good overnight or good get ready for tomorrow or good sleep, but that may not work. But wait a minute. So we will be doing earlier, Josh. Yes. From your end, it'll be 8:30 a.m. on the East Coast. All right. So let's clear some energies real quick for the weekend. So whatever you've got going on in your frame, let's clear and dump, and then we're going to set intentions while we use a little crystal for this weekend. So from your end, and we got a couple more minutes here. So from your end, take a minute, and you guys have done so before. Take a moment, men. Just imagine what's gone on over the week. If there's any energies that you need to clear that are sitting in your frame that need to be released in any form or fashion so that you can have an amazing weekend. Bob cut you off at the grocery store, or if your boss, there you go, somebody cut you off at the grocery store, Bob yelled at you about your TPS reports, or if you got cut off by a skateboarder in your car, but you didn't run him over, thankfully. Remember all those old channelings? Yeah, so exactly, we're gonna get those posted up too, because we're gonna, as I'm posting the new channelings, I'm gonna go backwards and post the old channelings, so you'll see new and old, flipping back and forth on the channel, and I'll have the dates on them on the pinned on the titles there. But now that I can download them all, and as I download them, they I finally have actual ownership of my channelings and of the good dawnings, which I didn't have before. YouTube could only allow me to just put them on my phone as to like download them as like a offloaded video, like you can do, anybody can do with any video. So yeah, so grateful. All right, guys, so clear your energies, whatever you need to do. There's different ways to do so. You can just imagine the situation, tear it up, break the energy, or erase it, like on a chalkboard, like Bart Simpson writing it and then erasing it. You can state it and say no more. You can just say I clear it, and I clear that in. I ain't owning it. Ain't my energy. I clear that. Get that out of my frame. That works just as well. Get that out of here. Whatever you crazy, right? Whatever you want to do. But here we go, guys. Clear that energy. And if I'm breaking something, that's means I just generally don't want that energy ever back. Whatever I was doing, clear it, throw it away, get it gone. No more. Namas. No mas aquí. Shoo. All right, guys, you can continue to clear energies. And again, guys, this is not just like our breath exercises. They're not just once and done or 3 times a day. If you are cut off by somebody at the grocery store and they start taunting you and you're like, oh, motherfucker, and you start getting pissed off, do the breath work. It'll clear it. You release the nervous system. Or you can just like, really, this guy, get out of my frame. And then you feel clear, right? Exactly. And you just clear him out of your frame. I get you, get this guy out of my energy. That's all you got to do. Realizing the energy and then just stating, making some sort of grand statement to the universe in some fashion. Get out of here. All right. Quartz. What we're going to do with the quartz is ground in energies for the weekend here. So what do you want to see? What do you want to create this weekend? With your permission, of course. Energy only works with your permission. I gotta check the time here. Okay, we're okay. If I copped out at 10, I still got 15 minutes to get myself ready and get out of here. But we gotta be kind of fast here. All right, so with your permission, guys, here we go with the quartz. What do you want to create this weekend? Ground it in. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate. Thank you. Garnet. Yesterday we had garnet as the rock. We didn't see you, but I pulled garnet as the stone. It was funny. But hey, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you, Garnet. All right, so we're using the quartz crystal here to ground in energies for the weekend. What do we want to create? I want to create abundance, fun, and joy. I want to create love and laughter for a change, and I want to have some fun. I'm up for an adventure, so I'm asking the universe, what's an adventure? I mean, outside of door dashing, because at the moment, that's, I mean, it's money. It'll beat the shit out of your car, but I can make $150 in a kick. So it's not terrible. It's just, yeah, when you guys spend it on gas. Which, fortunately, we still have we still have a couple of cheap gas stations left here at, what is it now? I think it's 349 now, or 319. It was 319. I think it's, my guess is that it'll be 349 when I'm out and about today. But as long as what they're saying doesn't continue through September, right? They're saying now that, and we're going to send love to in the group hug here, but what's going on could go through September, if longer. And gosh, I can't imagine. What are you paying for gas in California, Scotty? Jesus Christ. Holy cow, right? It's got to be like $7, $6, $7, $8 a gallon? Favor, because it's already like $4.50, $5 a gallon with the 90% tax on the gas as it is, right? So what do you want to create? And Josh, the picture of you on the banner page is great. Thank you. Aw, thank you. You know what I've noticed though, ChatGPT, the more you use the same picture, the more it gets depixelized. The more they crack, the picture looks like crap. So I gotta, it'll keep shifting because if I try to use it tomorrow, like for example, and tomorrow we will be live. Tomorrow Saturday I will be live at 10 a.m. or noon. We're gonna do an oracle channeling and so one-on-one oracle and channeling. So and tarot. I'm going to work with the tarot. Not that I'm the best at it, but I have to practice, right? And so we're going to work with the cards, oracle channeling, the owl tarot cards tomorrow. So yeah, so I will post that today, so it'll be up. And but yeah, so tomorrow at noon East Coast, uh, 9 o'clock Scotty Boy time. So there we go. I will be live, not Memorex, and join us. And if you want to talk, literally just have a conversation with Saint Germain, Archangel Raphael, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, or White Buffalo, Calf Woman, or maybe Archangel Michael if I want to have a heart attack. Favor. I've channeled him twice, and every time I have, I felt like I was going to explode. And I was so tired afterwards, I couldn't pick myself. I was like, well, I just channeled Archangel Michael. I'm tired. That's literally how I felt. So yeah, whew, it just took all of my energy. All right, guys, we're gonna clear this out here and close this off. Got a skedaddle basically. So let's seal this off hermetically, of course. All right. So what are you creating this weekend? Hopefully it's love. Hopefully it's awesome. Hopefully it's not a traumatic experience. Hopefully it's not. Yeah, no. We all called the key, right? So what energy are you sitting in? If you sit in the excitement of this weekend, that's what I've been doing. I'm sitting in the excitement of having a job, right? So I've been waking up feeling like excited, like, oh, I get to get dressed for work. And I'm using good donning as work, right? But it really shifts things. The shift is real. Ellie, hi guys. Grateful for all of you guys being here. I saw Michael when I was about 6. It was intense. Oh wow, Ellie. Wow. Amazing. What did it look like? I was tapped on the shoulder by Archangel Raphael. I can't even imagine seeing Archangel Michael like right in front of you. Holy shysta. That has to be like a fire experience. How are we doing? Nice to see you. All right, guys. I hate to cut this. I know. There's like 16 of us here, and I hate to cut this short, but I actually do have an appointment that I do need to attend to. So, all right, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Later today, I will have the channeling from yesterday, which was rather short, and I may make and I bloviated most of the day, but so some of my bloviation may make it rambling, rambler, right? So here we go, rambling. We will do ramblings. I'm experimenting right now, and I have been for a minute with different camera apps. The stupid thing about the Pixel phone, if you see, I'm not using my microphone for one, it doesn't work very well. And secondly, when you use a Pixel phone, you can't switch from the front camera to the back camera to the front camera to the back camera when you're making a video. You have to select the camera, and that's it. It locks it in. So I've been messing around with other apps, and trying to find one that'll unlock the front, so I can go front back, so you can see me, and then I can show you what I'm seeing, right? Instead of having to turn the camera around and guess, right? So exactly, because you can't see the screen. If I'm facing me, I can't see the screen. Shoot over my head. So favor guys. So yeah. So we will get ramblings back up as well. But the grateful, we will be up live and up and running tomorrow at 10 or noon, and then same time next week. So nothing's changed. We're still at 9 o'clock. There's no change next week, and then the following week we will step in the change there. But thank you guys. Michael was surrounded in golden flame and told me, "Do not fear. You are protected." Oh wow. Wow. Yeah, maybe we'll have a show. We'll talk about spiritual experiences because no shit. That's awesome. That is freaking amazing. Angie, thank you. Good dawning, guys. All right, so let's close this out with a group hug. And then I have to get up and wearing my pair of cargo pants, so I got to swap my pants. When you're in a house with a dog and 2 black cats, you do not put on dress pants until the minute you have to leave, and then you don't sit down, right? Exactly. I mean, you can, but then you'll be like... yeah, take a lint roller with me or something. All right, thank you all for being here. Really, it blows my mind, and I'm truly grateful for all of you guys. Really, when I think back to like 4 or 5 years ago, I'm gonna cry here. 4 or 5 years ago, and the emptiness and the sadness and now the shifts and the tower that kicked me out of my apartment that shifted my universe, and now to be you guys and. Just grateful. Grateful. Hopefully, you guys can see your own shifts there. See, it's amazing, guys. This universe is amazing, and one step at a time. Check out David's channel. It's pinned at the bottom there, and it's an amazing channel. Karma, if you're still watching, love you. And let's close this out with the group hug, guys. All right, left arm up to the person to your left, right arm up to the person to your right. We take our heart chakra out of our left hand and we send it through each and every one of us. As we send the energy out of our fingers, it goes through each and every one of us, and we feel that heart chakra as it goes through. And as we spin around faster and faster, each and one of our hearts, it's like a heart, heart, heart. As those hearts go past us, they collect into one bigger heart. And as it spins around, our hearts merge into one, like in a centrifuge, right? And we go faster and faster, or the Large Hadron Collider, which is gratefully going to be shut down for at least almost 5 or 6 years. Maybe it can repair the Mandela effect. As it spins, right? And as it spins around, then faster and faster, we feel that one heart in each and every one of us. And we take that one heart as a collective now and lock it in like a reverse tornado, ka-chink into the greater source field, and we send them that love. And we see everybody in the greater source field in love and peace, and we see everybody here on this channel in love and peace as well. And we see everybody today going out into their universe and realizing that healing is in layers, healing is in steps, and healing takes time. First, it's recognition, as Mother Isis said. Then it's realizing when it shows up and stepping out of those patterns. And then it's also realizing what it's attached to as far as what those patterns came from. And realizing through our realize, not our traumatized, that we are in control and we can release those traumas. We can step into and out of the frame that we've been in, the frame that's held us in lack, the frame that's held us in loss, and the frame that's held us out of what we are looking for, the frame that has told us we are worthless and we're not worthy of anything. We can step out of that frame as we start to see and feel and release the traumas as they come through our universe. It takes time, and as those traumas are released, and as we recognize that the sadness we're feeling is from our sad 5-year-old who didn't get this or that, or the sadness that we're feeling is attached to somebody who said something to you 20 years ago that you never got over. And whatever it is, we see ourselves today in freedom in our heart, in freedom from those energies, and we allow those energies to be where they are in the past. And as we say try because as we do, there we go, as we do, and as we stand in the current, even if those energies are still coming up, we realize through our realize again, and we take stock where we are, what we're doing, and what we can do today without the trauma and create. We see ourselves in the highest loving light, and we see everybody else as well. Favor and creating our amazing universes. We see Mother Gaia with no X's or O's in her sky. And I've never really seen an O. And we, of course, see Mother Gaia with no pound signs in the sky. There you go. You can do that, too. No X's, O's, or pound signs in the sky. And, of course, we see Mother Gaia with no forever chemicals or plastics in her water and soil. But, unfortunately, now they're finding the forever chemicals and plastics all the way up on top of Mount Everest. So, and in the clouds and in the rain and in the snow, right? So, favor. Don't eat the snow, right? Watch out where the huskies go and never eat any snow, not even yellow anymore, right? So with that, we say hallelujah. So it is, and so it shall be. Shoo. All right, guys. Love you all. And don't eat any snow, let alone any yellow snow, right? No snow cones for you, because the snow is not safe to eat anymore, right? But what does that mean then? Generally, you don't want to be standing in the rain either, right? Don't go playing in the rain anymore either, right? No red rain either, right? But that's Peter Gabriel. But don't stand in the rain, because the rain is not as fun, because it's not falling on the plains of Spain, but it's going to fall on you with plastics and forever chemicals, right? But hey, there we go. Thank you guys, really guys. Thank you all for being here. I love you all, and nothing will stop good dawning. I got a lesson the other day, right? How do you find success? You keep going. Literally, it was video from David, right? It's like you keep going no matter what. What do? You keep going. Nobody's watching, you keep going. Don't feel well, you keep going. Feeling lazy, you keep going, right? That's what it is. So we are going to keep going. Saint Germain's like, I see it's like Saint Germain, like, whoosh, go. Like whipping, not really, but like keep going. You just keep going. Period. And we will. Acid rain. We don't have acid. Remember that in the 90s and 80s, 70s? Acid rain. No. We just have, it's still literally, anytime you guys, Gore-Tex, Scotch Guard, right? Forever chemicals, right? You would drink out of a paper box, right? Paper container. Forever chemicals. That's what it's raining on your head. Forever. Love it. Right foot, don't forget to, right foot in, left foot out, shake it all about. But yeah, don't forget to breathe. That's what it's all about, right? It's not even about breath. It's not doing anything. What do I do all day? I just breathe. And if you just breathe, everything else just works around that, right? So what am I doing? Washing dishes, but no, I'm just breathing. I'm going on an interview. No, I'm just breathing, right? No. And everything else comes behind it, because if I focus on the breath, then I'm centered more on what I'm doing. It's crazy how this works, but all right, guys, definitely have to run. Love you all. See you all in the next. Take care.